Your Excellency, distinguished guests, finalists and delegates, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2017 South Australian Landcare Awards night. My name is Saskia Gohardy. I'm a young Landcarer, the coordinator of YACA, and tonight I will be your host, or as long as my voice holds out. Before we begin tonight, I would like to acknowledge that we meet tonight on the land of the Ngadjuri people, and it is my pleasure to introduce Vince Copley to the stage to complete the Welcome to Country.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On this very special occasion, welcome to the Governor, who's no stranger to this territory. He's been here a couple of times on Ngadjuri business, of which we're very grateful. So, on behalf of the Ngadjuri community, let me say a very warm welcome, Governor, and hope you enjoy the night. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vince. Tonight it is our great pleasure to have with us His Excellency the Honourable Hieu Van Lee, AC. Born in central Vietnam, His Excellency and his wife Lan arrived in Australia in 1977 and settled in Adelaide. In Australia, the Governor studied at the University of Adelaide and in 2007 was sworn in as Lieutenant Governor of South Australia. Over the next 7 years in his role, he served as the patron or honorary member for many organisations. On the 1st of September 2014, His Excellency was sworn in as the Governor of South Australia. I would now invite His Excellency the Honourable Hieu Van Lee to the stage to give his speech.
Well, good evening, and thank you so much for your warm welcome. I feel so great every time I come to this part of South Australia. There's something about Clare which is so warm, so friendly, and the landscape is just mesmerizing. We already enjoy so much of many things that Clare can offer. So thank you again for that very warm welcome. I'd like to start by acknowledging a number of dignitaries here with us tonight. The Honourable John Dawkins, MLC, great to see you again here. Mr. Gary Butler, Chairman and members of the Landcare Association of South Australia, Mr. Eric Somerville and his wife, the Northern and York NIM board and the members of the board. Ms. Sandy Pitcher, Chief Executive of the Department of Environment, Water and Natural Resources, and our acting Chief Executive of this beautiful council, Mr. John Coombe, all the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I also like to acknowledge the traditional custodian of the land that we're gathering here tonight, Ngadjuri, and I thank Mr. Vince Copley very much for his gracious welcome to the country. Well, I'm so pleased to be here in Clare with you all this evening for the presentation of the 2017 Landcare Awards. In my role, it is a great privilege to visit to many regions of South Australia. In fact, one of my commitments during my term that I have to go every corner of South Australia, touch everywhere in South Australia, and to meet with people from all over the state, as many as possible. That is my commitment, and so far I think we've done about 80 to 85% of that, so a few more to go. Well, but also, as I just said, every time we come to Clare, there's something very special about this place, and we keep coming back here. In fact, Vince said a couple of times, but in fact, we come here so many other times, but disguised as a normal tourist from China or something. So nobody noticed us. Well, last year we spent several days here on a regional visit, and we were blown away by the beautiful landscape and the friendly people whom we met. From the Gleeson wetlands to several wineries and other agricultural endeavours, we were impressed by the passion of the staff, the volunteers, as well as the innovative practices that we saw in action, which demonstrate a strong commitment to environmental sustainability. Now, Seven Hill is also one of my favorite. I think the story of the Jesus, the brother of the Jesuit from Poland, back in those days, coming and established that vineyard and build that church. It's just something which very special. Ladies and gentlemen, caring for land is not something that is limited to agriculturalists or people living in the country. It is something that we must all embrace. After all, we live on it. The well-being, the health of the soil, of the land, is in fact our well-being, our own well-being on this earth. We need to realize that. A sustainable land use is something we are passionate about in the Government House. I'll tell you a little bit about that. Now, located in the center of the city, our grounds are home to vegetable gardens, which provide produce for our kitchen, flowers for display in the house, as well as the beehives, which produce honey that we use for official gifts, as well as for cooking. Indeed, we are thinking of entering our Gov's honey, anonymously, of course, in the next year's Royal Adelaide show to see how we go with that. It is quite a good story when we have children from the schools coming visit the house from time to time, and we show them that this is what we do. We have beehive, we grow vegetables, we have plants, so many trees. And in fact, I have planted about 12 tropical fruit trees in the back of the house. So a few more years, if you visit the house, you may have some green mangoes, guavas, custard apples, and all of those are available for you. So they realize that it is important that everybody have to look into the soil, the land, and care about that. And we should be able to establish the greens in the backyard for every household where we can. We use some solar power, and we want to do more, to look into expanding it, so that one day we completely cover all the power supplies by our the natural sustainable energy in the house. We are currently building a native garden to increase the percentage of native Australian plants in our grounds. In addition, we are home to an array of bird life and other animals that live in our trees or come for a visit at the various times of the year from the nearby parklands and Torrens River. Among them are possums, of course, and ducks, which proven to be quite keen on our newly established Asian vegetable garden. They seem to like kangkong and pak choys a lot. So that's the first one to go when they visited us. It's a great challenge to look after our variety of melons and all other vegetables that we have in the back of the house, and it seems to attract so much of these animals. Even though we are located in the center of the city, the same principles of respecting and looking after the land still apply. And for this, we are amply rewarded with amazing trees and flowers, delicious honey and beautiful bird song, even if some of it comes from a kookaburras at 5 a.m. in the morning. Well, matter of fact, we haven't had the need for an alarm clock ever since we moved to the Government House. By 5 o'clock, you have to get up because the kookaburras are everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate the Landcare on organizing such a popular conference. I understand today was very productive and very enjoyable discussions happening. I understand that there are more than 200 people in attendance here from right across our state. And this presents such a wonderful opportunity to build networks, exchange ideas, and of course, enjoy each other's company. Innovation and diversity are key themes at this year's conference, and I am pleased to see the concept of triple bottom line, taking care of the land, the people, and then the economy, strongly woven through the program. I would like to acknowledge all the speakers and presenters who are taking part in the conference, speaking on the wide variety of topics, including sustainability in dairy farming, land care, and the circular economy, building resilience on the land, and much, much, much more. I thank the board and staff of the Landcare of South Australia for organising this conference and for their passion and commitment to creating sustainable environments and land use in our state. I congratulate all the finalists of the Landcare Awards for demonstrating excellence in their chosen fields, as well as providing an inspiring example to South Australian community. I look forward to presenting some of these awards in a short moment, and I wish everyone here a very productive, enjoyable conference and a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.